Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the second Maiden's tragedy, and we get to meet some new characters today because we're in Act 1, Scene 2. We get to meet Anselmus, who is the brother of Gavianus, who's the recently deposed king, who was banished and then unbanished, and his wife is going to be with him, but not in the same room, just somewhere else where he can see her, because the tyrant king wants to make things miserable for Gavianus. And we also get to meet Votarius, who is a friend of Anselmus, and the two of them are hanging out in Anselmus' house. And Votarius is like, I would think that you'd be sort of grieving for your brother, the deposed king. And Anselmus is like, why? He's never been happier before. And Votarius is like, can you expound on that a little bit? And Anselmus says, has lost his kingdom, but his mind's restored. Which is the larger empire? Prithee, tell me. Dominions have their limits. The whole earth is but a prisoner, nor the sea her jailer, that with a silver hoop locks in her body. They're fellow prisoners, though the sea look bigger, because he's in office and pride swells him. But the unbounded kingdom of the mind is as unlimitable as heaven. That glorious court of spirits, all honest courtiers. Sir, if thou lovest me, turn thine eye to me, and look not after him that needs thee not. My brother's well attended. Peace and pleasure are never from his sight. He has his mistress. She brought those servants and bestowed them on him. But who brings mine? So this is kind of an interesting perspective that Anselmus is offering, and we will find out a little bit more about his general character a little bit later in the scene. But what he's saying here is this is actually maybe a good thing for Gavianus, that he's not king of this little teeny tiny plot of land anymore, because that's actually rather limiting to only rule this piece of land. But also ruling this piece of land means you have to follow certain protocols and live a certain way and talk a certain way and dress a certain way and all these things. He's actually kind of a prisoner in what he's doing. But the mind, now that he's freed of like his earthly obligations, now that he's no longer king, his mind can wander and explore, and he can learn things and think about stuff and really do whatever he wants. And he's like, really, like, he then says to Votarius, he's like, stop worrying about him. He has everything that he needs. He has somewhere to live. He's got nobody bothering him. His wife is with him. He has servants. And then he's like, but who's serving me? And Votarius is like, well, but don't you have a wife also who's known for her kindness and chastity? And we're going to get to hear from Anselmus on that tomorrow. But I'm guessing, since we're familiar with Elizabethan and Jacobean plays at this point, we can guess what's coming when there is a wife who is particularly known for being chaste. Anyway, we will hear what Anselmus thinks about her in tomorrow's monologue. I'll see you then. Mwah.